Welcome back, folks,
to another episode of Swords and Sworcery. Superbrothers. Let's begin session 3. Note, this session typically requires a lunar month to complete. So you have tamed the gold trigon, and the storm has miraculously lifted. Bravo on that. Consult the megatome and study its workings should you become lost or confused. A deathless specter still lurks in the darkness beneath Mingitar. Consider the cosmic geometry of the Trigon trifecta. Observe the moods of the moon. Our research shows that social support networks may play a role in the outcome of this phase of the SSNS EP experiment. Be advised that henceforth we will be monitoring your inputs in relative silence. We groggily awoke from a super deep sleep with no firm recollection of what had happened. We were reminded of the miracle in the meadow, our encounter with the gold trigon. What new powers had we been granted? Logfellow was totally floored at how awesome and crazy the fight with the gold trigon sounded from the description we gave him. Logfellow wondered about how maybe the gold trigon might be connected to the grim mysteries beyond the iron gate in the meadow. Logfellow didn't dig grim mysteries, so he chose to go home and chop wood. That's one big LP. Beyond the cavernous cave in the meadow, we came upon a secluded grove with a collection of strange stone structures. Was this the Trigon Grove? As we stood beside the first stone structure, we thought of the gold Trigon, and we felt our swords stir. Tear it up! Zelda, anyone? In the Trigon beyond, the cavernous cave, in the meadow we approached a solitary grave where we met by a glowing ghost dude. The glowing ghost dude in the Trigon Grove totally freaked us out, at first to be honest. He recognized our Scythian garb and saw that we carried the megatome. He wondered if we understood the esoteric markings inside. In a whisper, he spoke the name of the deathless specter we had awoken in the darkness beneath Minging Ta, the Golgothalic Mass. He knew that dreadful name from the old stories, and we felt our blood run cold. Up until now, I had a feeling that the Golgothalic Mass saw you as a bit of a tourist. Now that you've learned the Song of Sworcery and tamed the Gold Trigon, you will find your every step is haunted. We couldn't tell if the golden ghost dude was cheering us on, or psyching us out, or what. We told the ghost dude of our intention to detonate the megatome atop Minging Ta and release the Golgothalic Mass from immortality. We asked about the Trigon Trifecta and the locations of the remaining 2 Trigons, but his response was irritatingly obtuse. The remaining 2 Trigons exist only in the dreams of the mountain folk. Locating the remaining 2 Trigons is not so much a question of where, as it is when and how. The glowing ghost dude sure did talk a lot of unhelpful nonsense. What, really? No, I don't want to tweet. Get your tweet out of my face! I guess there's no way to skip out of this once you open it. That's definitely annoying. No! Alright, I had to skip past that. Looks like we can't get to the other 2 glowing Trigons quite yet. Bah! Bah! Dark moon in 8 days. Now the actual moon phase in real time affects the gameplay of this game. And I'll get into depth about that more later. Or you can figure it out on your own. But basically the phases of the moon and our Earth actually affect what's going on here. You know, there is a cheat to where you can change the date and time on your computer time, but the game knows, and it will reward you with a cheater achievement if you do so. Dark moon in 8 days. Dream world. Alright, so our objective here is to get the Moon Grotto key. The depending on the phase of the moon, you may or may not be able to get this key. Originally we saw a bear out here. It was dancing around. And I believe we chased him all the way to the right edge of the screen. You have to do this on a moon phase where the bear is actually here, and that moon phase does correlate with our real time on planet Earth. There's Mr. Berry Bear. Bear's beating my butt. Man, got whooped. Power of the mushroom. That bear. You show no mercy to bears. Inside a titanic hollow tree, we approached a solitary grave, and a badass ghost showed up to sing us a mad rhyme. Monitor the moods of the moon, and you learn what to be, where, and how, motherfucker. Also, I want you to know that I'm not deliberately trying to spook you by looking so awesome like I do, yeah. So cool. Alright, so now we have the Moon Grotto key. Which is awesome. Guess that's all we can do in there. Let's get us another mushroom. Get back up to our maximum of 3. Side B. Going back to side A. Leaving the dream world. Another worthless sheep. Why do we keep looking at it? You want to get some? Get some! Slay the demon. That's how I roll. We approached a collection of graves in the thicket on the side of the old road. We met a few ghosts who seemed friendly. The glowing ghost who spoke was a giant we knew from the old stories, whose famous portrait demanded obedience. Last year before the Yuletide, I assembled a posse and we set out to reassemble the Trigon Trifecta. We'd heard about the gateway to the infinite and the summit of Minging Ta. We thought it sounded like something cool to see. So anyways, tamed the gold Trigon and scoped out the Trigon Grove before setting out to locate the Bright Moon Trigon. Locating the Bright Moon Trigon didn't go so well. We got totally lost, to be honest. Slowly, we realized the significance of the lunar cycle.
and its influence on the sprites who slumber in the twilight realms. That's when we sat here and began to monitor the moods of the moon so we might learn when to be where and how. We died of boredom waiting around for the moods of the moon to change. Okay, we actually died because of an argument we had because of boredom. I don't really want to go into it right now, if you don't mind. Okay, so what happened was that one of our posse was cheating cheater and we caught him red-handed. A fight broke out and the cheating cheater fled up the old road towards the perilous precipice. So then we were just hanging out wondering what to do when all of a sudden the Gogolithic mass showed up. Yikes! Kicked our nuts in. He's faster than me. Like we have a choice. Whoa. The Moon Grotto Key. Here you can change the phase of the moon. Time paradox.
Now each time you change the moon phase this way, you're going to end up fighting a shadow apparition. Well, that's okay. They're fairly easy. Unless you're a complete retard. Come get some. You haven't figured out the pattern yet. The amount of times he bashes his shield is the amount of times he's going to attack. This game was originally made on the iPad and was popular enough to get ported to Steam, which is where I picked it up during an indie bundle pack, and I liked the uniqueness of it and decided to LP it. It's not a very long game. This is the longest session. There's only one more short session after this. We need to get to the phase of the moon where it says true bright moon. That's gotta be it. I was just gonna say time paradox, but I have a feeling that's correct. And we'll have to fight another shadow because I changed the phase again. But of course, 2 attacks. Two attacks. Head back to Logfella's cabin and enter the dream world. Try these stairs off here to the left. It is time to enter Sworcery mode. Helps to be able to see all of them. The bright moon looms, and we just woke a sylvan sprite in a hidden grove where Jim Guthrie happened to be hanging out. Ready for a jam session?
Good. Let's rock.
jammed out. Bubble! Get all these ducks near the bubbles. Second bright moon sprite. A bright moon looms, and we just woke a sylvan sprite from the still waters of a lake where a mother duck was freaking out. Reflect. Remember the good old find the hidden differences game? Well, that's what we have here. We gotta spot the differences in the pictures. For instance, that tree is not in the reflection in the lake. What else is different here? Can barely see both of the